Whenever I come to new places and new stadiums, I always like to check out a few facts about the actual area online and take you to something that might be culturally significant about the area that isn't necessarily to do with the football. And today is no different. I'm going to a brand new stadium for me today. It's one of the only grounds left in Scotland's SPFL, the actual top level of the pyramid for the professional teams, that I've not been inside. I've not been inside many. There's not many that I haven't been inside, even just for like a look around, even if it's not a match day. So yeah, it's Alloa today for me, which is why I'm starting the video here. And yeah, just look at the size of Alloa Tower. I feel like it's easy to like live in a place like Alloa and just kind of not notice these things, but when you're not from here and you come here, it's always quite cool to see. So the tower dates back to the 14th century and is one of the largest surviving tower houses in Scotland. Certainly see that, Jesus. Yeah, so that is what, 600-700 years old, and it's still around today. Pretty incredible. There are a wealth of stories about royal guests, groundbreaking ideas and ghostly goings on within its 11 feet thick walls. Mary Queen of Scots, wasn't she absolutely brutal? I think she was. James VI, I think, when they were children, and over the centuries they helped to turn Alloa into a thriving centre for trade and industry. Modern Alloa has largely grown out of the seeds sown by generations of this forward-thinking family. And look, yeah, there's Alloa. We're in Clackmannanshire, I believe now. I probably said that wrong and everyone will be laughing at me or berating me in the comments, but they're actually playing Falkirk today, which if you follow this down here a little bit, would be around here. So a little bit of a derby today. I don't know if it's a huge derby, but they are not far away from each other, Falkirk and Alloa. So sadly, it's time to say goodbye to probably the oldest building in Alloa, and time to say hello to a bit more of a modern building of Alloa, the Indo-Drill Stadium. And I feel like people think that YouTube is all glitz and glam, but you don't see like the Morrison's meal deals that I like sit and have in my car. There we go. Samosa, pasta and a blue smoothie. Rate that 1 out of 10 probably from most of you. But yeah, what do I have to tell you about today's game? So we've got Barry Ferguson's the Alloa manager. I've seen him manage Kelty a few times before on the channel. And then we have Falkirk, who have just signed today. It's been announced Leigh Griffiths, who comes with a lot of extra baggage, let's say. I'll let you guys look into it yourselves of what he's done and been accused of in the past and in the more recent past as well. Again, I hate to cover these issues, but when I've seen Dundee play, he was at Dundee for the first half of the season. When I saw them play this season, away to Dundee United and then away to St Johnstone, he was getting all like the shouts about what he may have alleged to have done or whatever. I don't even know the right words to say about this, but it's really awkward and I hate it when that happens, and I don't know what the best way to deal with it is. Like, it's very similar to the Good Willie at Rafe situation. Some of the things that were being said on Twitter today, and I feel like I just had to like touch on it as he could be playing today. It could be his debut today. I'm not sure if he's going to be playing. Still got over an hour till kickoff, which is my usual meal deal in car time. So yeah, just letting you guys know a little bit of context around today's game. Bit of a mid-table clash between two sides that are fairly close to each other in terms of their geography in Scotland as well. League One, brand new ground for me. I've been to 21 of the 42 SPFL grounds. So today this will be number 22, and so I'll be into the second half of trying to complete the 42 properly. I know I've seen every single ground. That was something I was kind of on a quest to do last year or whatever, but now I'm trying to see a game at every single ground as well. So yeah, there we go. Should be a decent game. I'm hoping to meet some nice fans, as I always do up in Scotland. I'm about to have my awful meal deal, and then I'll see you inside the Indo-Drill Stadium very shortly. Oh, and wait a second, as you can see, I'm not in the Indo-Drill, I'm still in the car. I just need to tell you something quickly. There's a Twitter page on screen right now, Football Shirts FC. I came across them on Twitter the other day somehow, gave them a follow, and they actually auction off football shirts for charity. Looks like they do some really, really good work on there. So I'll leave a link to their Twitter page down below. If you go and give them a follow and check out what they do for charity, it'll be fantastic. All right, guys, the next time I see you will definitely be in and around the Indo-Drill. Another familiar face on the videos again. Okay. Just explain who you are, and you're from the area, right?
Yeah. I'm a Rangers fan, I'll be honest, but obviously when you want to support your local team, you support your local team. So just decided to come down to the Alloa Falkirk.
Nice.
So it's a kind of derby. So
yeah, I did actually look on the map. They are quite close to each other, aren't they? Would the fans see it as a bit of a derby, or?
I think some fans would, but I think more fans would steer towards Stirling Albion. Rather than Falkirk.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But obviously, as a Rangers fan, we heard about the official news about Leigh Griffiths tonight. So.
What are your thoughts on the Leigh Griffiths situation to Falkirk?
Well, I'm surprised he turned down Dundee, to be honest, but I feel like it'd be because of the backlash.
Right, yeah.
That's why he turned down Dundee rather than Falkirk.
It's a controversial situation. All that stuff aside, Barry Ferguson's the Alloa manager. Bit of a mid-table clash today. Like, what do you think the score's going to be? What are we going to expect?
I'm thinking 3-1 Alloa, and just expect a quite moody game, I'd say, because you've got those obviously people that like to scream and shout a lot in football games. So I feel like there'll be a bit of
an atmosphere.
I don't know, it's Alloa you're on about. It's not like it's Rangers or
bit rowdy. So a couple of Falkirk fans here, as well as like Celtic and Rangers, you say as well, but you come and see Falkirk from time to time. How's the season been going for Falkirk?
Not very good. It started off decent and it just went downhill. Went downhill.
And the signing of Leigh Griffiths, what are your thoughts on that?
It was a good sign for Falkirk. I think we need it.
You think, score goals at this level. And score prediction then?
2-0 Falkirk.
Yourself?
3-1 Falkirk.
Who have we got here then? We got
Leighton.
Right, lovely to meet you boys. Thank you all for watching the vids as well. Massive pleasure, obviously, to be here as well at Alloa today. How's the season been going for Alloa?
Not too good.
Not the best, but ups and downs.
Henderson. Mid-table though, mid-table. Barry Ferguson's your manager. Are you quite happy with Ferguson as the gaffer?
Happy.
Big name, isn't he?
Big name.
And so I'll go from left to right. Score prediction for the game?
I'll go for 2-1 Alloa.
2-1 Alloa.
3-1 Alloa.
1-1. Nice, enjoy boys. Finally stepping foot inside the indoor drill, here we go.
Yeah.
Was it recreation?
Squeeze in here.
Yeah. Is it? Yeah. Hello.
Hey. That's fine.
Thank you. My first game at Alloa today, you were saying that it could be quite some atmosphere today.
It could be a bit toxic if fans turn against Barry, if things go wrong.
Yeah.
But the biggest problem is with a lot of the fans have been used to being in the Championship, getting promotions, which is all good, but that run's got to come to an end. We can't always be up there all the time. We've lost a lot of players, like Saturnary, maybe 25 players in and out, which is a lot for a part-time club. We can't afford to go full-time. Like, you'll see the night the fan base will be, this will have maybe 1,000 fans, but majority of them will be Falkirk.
Yeah.
It'll not be easy, but we're against a full-time team. We beat them 2-0 here last time, but we've got some very good players. Ewan Henderson, Connor Salmon.
Why would you say there is a bit of animosity towards Barry Ferguson, as you were just saying off camera?
I think it's just, it's wee places like this, it's a very big mix of Celtic and Rangers.
Right, okay.
But a lot of it isn't helped with the performances and the results, and to be fair, Barry's attitude towards the fans is not nice. Like, he doesn't appreciate the fans. He doesn't. Like, a lot of managers like Paul Hart, like Jack Ross, but they always come here, applaud the fans, home and away. Barry shakes opponents' hands and that, strip the tunnel, ignore the fans. That isn't going to get you, like, especially when the fans have been used to, as I said, like Jack, Jim, Goodwin, Barry Smith to an extent done it sometimes.
Yeah.
The night will be interesting. I fancy a draw.
Big game tonight, I guess. A bit of a derby, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit of a derby. It's probably the closest team to us in this league.
In this league, yeah, of course. So what do you think the score's going to be today?
Probably 2-1 Alloa.
Do you all support Alloa, or do you have like a bigger team that you support as well?
Rangers.
Celtic. Right, all Rangers and you're Celtic. Oh, do you all get along? He's got his Celtic trackies on. So what should I expect today from Alloa v Falkirk?
10-0 Alloa, bet you good.
Bit of an atmosphere in here, bit of a derby. 2-0, 2-0. Did you say 2-0?
No, 10-0.
10-0. 2-1.
2-1 Alloa.
Nice. I think they've got a bit more of a chance than you, but you never know. It could be 10-0. Cheers.
Alloa.
2-0.
I think it's going to be 3-0 Alloa. 2-0.
2-1.
3-0 Alloa.
2-1 Alloa.
All for an Alloa win.
Yeah.
Nice, enjoy, lads. Top man, mate. What's your name?
Logan.
Logan, lovely to meet you, mate. Big Alloa fan.
Yeah.
Big Alloa fan. What do you think the score's going to be today? And is it quite a big derby between Falkirk and Alloa?
Yeah, it's quite a big derby. I think it'll be 2-1.
2-1, all right, mate. Enjoy.
See you later.
Legend. Couple of Alloa fans, yeah? Do you also support like another team, or is it just Alloa? Rangers and Rangers as well. Score prediction then for today?
2-1 Alloa.
And
2-0 Alloa.
no, you should be singing about the players, boys. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yes, go on, Alloa. What have you got in there?
I am Brew.
So the Falkirk fans are all the way behind that goal, all the way around there as well. What a save, that was insane, yeah.
Gotta clean it! No. You're Henderson.
Half time, you reckon they've been the better team, Alloa? Thoughts on the first half?
50-50.
Kicking this way in the second half. Still confident of an Alloa win?
Aye, Alloa win. You're in Henderson, come on!
You're gonna get a selfie? I was
Can I get a
Yeah.
Standing here for the rest of the game.
Yeah. St Johnstone.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
A lot of you are Rangers fans as well as like come down to Alloa and stuff.
When's the video going to be up?
Tomorrow around midday-ish maybe. So once it's up, send it to all your mates. Be like, go on through the adventures.
That'll be getting watched as social.
So we got a Thistle fan. So you live in Alloa, but you also like to go to Thistle games. How do you think Thistle are doing this season?
We're doing quite well.
Yeah. And what do you think the final score will be today?
1-0 Alloa.
1-0. Always going for a 1-0. What do you reckon? 1-0? 5-0.
5-0, second half. We're gonna get. You and Henderson said the Gordon Savage are gonna pop up in the second half. I guarantee.
'Falkirk are winning 1-0. Scored the free kick. They might as well have been. They've scored. It's 2-0 Falkirk. You haven't won in 8 games.
8 games. Last week.
One win in 8 games.
And you think you were saying?
Yeah, it was 8 games. Then we won last week. Now it's this.
What do you think could be the issue? The manager. Alloa starting to slip a little bit in the table. Do you think relegation could be a possibility?
It could be.
Playoffs, I think.
Definitely could be.
Jesus. Leigh Griffiths is coming on. He shouldn't be playing. Look at this. This has been all game. This has been all game, like I say, this should not be happening. I've not shown a lot of it. I haven't shown a lot of the chanting about Griffiths, but he's coming on now. I feel I've got to show it, and look, he's coming on. It's just awkward. He should... 1-0. Oh, Burnley scored. Oh, Ralph Ranier. Yeah, like I was trying to say, like, I don't want to show much of this chanting, but now he's on, it's like I can't avoid it. Something's got to be done about this situation. It's right. This is not what you want to come to football in here, and I know. I don't know what this right situation is. Go on, son. Go on, set us up. 3-0 Falkirk. What do you think of the game then?
Shite.
Bad result, wasn't it?
Aye.
Do you think Alloa could go down?
Possibly, yeah, if you still have Barry. But the atmosphere in here is amazing though.
As you can see. Full time. 3-0 Falkirk.
On the wall.
I will, I'll be back.
Safe drive home.
Yeah, lads, cheers boys. Scott, mate, nice to meet you. Falkirk fan, how do you think the game went?
Easy one.
It was an easy win in the end for Falkirk, wasn't it? I thought like Alloa were probably on top a little bit in the first half, but what are your thoughts on the signing of Griffiths for the club?
I think it's a bit controversial, but I think he's still got the talent now to get goals in this league to get us hopefully into that championship where we belong.
Yep, and you think you still be able to push for promotion maybe with a couple of good results?
Falk won the night, so
yep, they did against Dumbarton.
I need to try and keep winning games.
Yeah,
I think it's Cove next, so
nice. Well, good luck, mate. All the best.
Yep.
Nice to meet you, man. Thank you for watching. Right, this is the next day now. I've done this outro a couple of times maybe, but I want it to be like perfect. I did it in the car. I'm sometimes usually do an outro at the stadium or whatever. But it's the next day now. I've slept in it. The whole vlog is done right up until when I need to do this outro, and I feel like I couldn't go to the game yesterday. Like when Falkirk scored a third goal, I had to say Falkirk are now 3-0 up, and you will have heard what was being said around me. I purposely didn't put a lot of it in, but at key points during the game I had to put, you know, I have to put those clips in. It's stuff that is happening in the match. There could be people at these games, maybe watching on the telly, if these games are broadcast on TV, that find these situations very upsetting. There could be Falkirk fans who, you know, could be victims of things that are being said at these games, and Falkirk, yeah, we'll come on to the club in a second, but I firstly just want to say, like, if there are people at those football matches who hear those things, it could be devastating for them. I also want to say I feel a bit bad for the teammates of Leigh Griffiths at Falkirk. The goalkeeper, who was stood near the Alloa fans during the whole second half, was getting the same sort of things thrown at him that were getting thrown at Griffiths during the game as well. Start calling other people these things that aren't these things. It's awful for that person, but it's also terrible for people who have been through that. I spoke to some Falkirk fans who said the signing of Leigh Griffiths would give them goals, and goals in a team is of course a massive advantage, but as I said, the goalkeeper and other players of the squad, they are copping abuse that they wouldn't have copped this time last week when Griffiths wasn't in the squad. So how much of an advantage is it when you're also getting that level of backlash too. The powers that be, whether that's the SFA, the SPFL, Falkirk themselves, and even Leigh Griffiths, have to address this situation. You cannot have a situation where these things are getting said at a football match. If someone genuinely did these things, they shouldn't be playing football. If they didn't, the song shouldn't be sung. We are in a limbo state right now, which just cannot continue. It is ridiculous. And I'm not just saying it's Alloa fans. I've seen it at St Johnstone when they played Dundee earlier this season. Of course, Griffiths was at Dundee before he went to Falkirk. I've also seen it at the Dundee derby, and I've also heard a lot of it. And it obviously happened at Celtic when he was still there during all the controversies and stuff. And again, you'll have to look into the controversies yourself, and what the police investigation was about yourself. I'm not going to go into that here. I'm purely talking about what is being chanted on the terraces at the football matches. I hate controversial issues on the channel. I just want to show the best of football. But when I go to a match and these things are right in your face, like, I have to say about it in the videos. And West Ham showed their colours by playing Zuma right after the Cat video come out. Raith Rovers signed David Goodwillie. What the hell was that all about? They've now got rid of him, but I think they still might have to pay him. I'm not sure the intricacies there. And Falkirk have signed Leigh Griffiths without even... They knew that this baggage would come. They knew that everywhere they go now, this is what is going to be chanted towards their players, towards their fans, towards him specifically as well. And they haven't addressed it in the slightest. The SFA, the SPFL, Falkirk, the player himself, the players themselves, the player himself, Griffiths, they need to come out and speak about it, because it's not good for the fans, it's not good for football in general, and it certainly isn't good for his teammates, and it certainly isn't good for people who have been through the issues that are getting chanted at the stadiums. I don't know what the right situation is. I'm sorry I've had to bring it up. I'll leave some videos on screen as ever. Please click on one to carry on watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, despite what I've had to go into here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.